Hello everybody, it's Emery48 here and welcome back to another Marvel Monday. Today we are returning to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and this time we are picking up on Season 4. Before we get into any of the show's summaries, I just want to say right off the bat, this is probably the best season so far. If it's beat, then it's beat by Season 1, I think. But this is an incredible season and it's done enough for me to move it up into second place in Marvel television shows above Agent Carter. So my top three right now are Daredevil, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Agent Carter. Season 4, Episode 1, The Ghost. Now, this is Ghost Rider. Thought Season 3 had Ghost Rider, but this is really him. He kills and captures who Daisy was fighting. S.H.I.E.L.D. is expanding. Coulson is no longer the director. Fitz meets Doc's robot, Dr. Radcliffe. He was unauthorized to experiment, but made an android anyway. Ghost Rider is not the Ghost Rider-like guy from Season 3. That Inhuman was just different. Simmons sends May and her strike team to assist Mac and Coulson in Los Angeles. The new director is mysterious so far. Fitz is going to work with Radcliffe on Ada behind Simmons' back because she is taking random lie detector tests. Daisy versus Ghost Rider. He spares her for her life's actions, even though she was begging to die. Some ghost lady is on the loose, and it is messing with May's mind. Episode 2, Meet the New Boss. Coulson and May talk with the new director, Jeffrey Mace. Ghost Lady frees Ghost Man. Daisy vs. Ghost Rider. Again, he knocks her out. 3 ghosts are freed. They were betrayed by a man using the Darkhold. There are now 4 ghosts. May fights Coulson and her strike team. Jeffrey, an Inhuman, stops her. Ghost traps Mac. Ghost Rider kills him before going after Fitz. Daisy gets Mac out. Daisy starts working with Ghost Rider. Episode 3, Uprising. Miami Blackout attack is organized by an Inhuman rebel group. At least that's what we think. There's also an LA Blackout, and Elena is in Miami. Mac, Coulson, and Fitz are headed to Miami. They save Elena from a group hunting Inhumans. Watchdogs are actually behind the Blackouts, hunting down Inhumans. Inhuman registration has been leaked. Simmons and Doc save May. S.H.I.E.L.D. restores power to Miami and goes public. Watchdogs killed 17 Inhumans during the blackout. They are working with a senator whose brother got stuck in the rock during Terrigenesis. Episode 4, Let Me Stand Next to Your Fire. Daisy goes to Simmons for help with her injuries. May meets Ada. Mac and Coulson catch Ghost Rider. S.H.I.E.L.D. servers are hacked to get Inhuman info. James is helping Watchdogs hunt Inhumans. He was the fake Ghost Rider guy from last season. Ghost Rider is working with S.H.I.E.L.D. He stops James from attacking Daisy, and Ghost Rider captures James. Daisy and Ghost Rider join the team. Coulson and Simmons meet Ada. Simmons knows she is an android so far. Coulson and May do not. Episode 5, Lockup. Ghost has Darkhold back. It's not as effective to her in her form. She can't quite read it all. Watchdogs are recruiting in prisons. Ghost Rider kills 2 ghosts. Mac infected, but uses a vaccine. Director publicly comes out as Inhuman. Ghost Rider's uncle, captured by Ghost Lady. Ghost Rider lost focus, allowing it to happen. Episode 6, The Good Samaritan. Daisy and Ghost Rider are being hunted by S.H.I.E.L.D. director. Coulson and Mac hide them. Ghost Rider beats up the director. S.H.I.E.L.D. goes after Ghost. May takes away the Darkhold. Uncle is forced the others into ghosts. Ghost Rider kills Ghost Lady. Uncle can create matter. I think Fitz, Coulson, and Ghost Rider have been trapped somewhere. Episode 7, Deals with Our Devils. Coulson, Fitz, and Robbie are in a different quantum phase. Ghost Rider left Quantum Robbie and went into Mac, who went after a lead. Daisy chased after unknowingly with Quantum Robbie. Radcliffe opens the Darkhold and is terrified of it. Ada reads the Darkhold. Coulson finds out Ada is an android. Simmons starts hatching the stuck brother of a senator. Then she is taken away. Ada gets Fitz and Coulson back. Robbie makes a new deal with the Ghost Rider, taking it back from Mac. Ghost Rider Robbie also made it back. Teams up with Mac to find Uncle. Ada designs a brain. Episode 8, The Laws of Inferno Dynamics. Coulson tells Director Ada is an android. He wants to use her for this mission, then dismantle her. Eli stabs through Robbie with some carbon that he's created. He has created a plutonium power source, which is extremely volatile. Because that's, of course, villains would never use something that's safe power. S.H.I.E.L.D. traps Eli and Robbie in something Ada made. She got shot. Mac and Elena kiss. S.H.I.E.L.D. takes management power over Ada. She kills an agent when he finds the real Agent May unconscious. There is an android May with S.H.I.E.L.D. And I hadn't realized it was this early in the season. She's basically a fake May for basically the whole season, which is kind of crazy. Since she got saved back in episode 3. That's when she gets switched out, I think. So that's crazy. Episode 9, Broken Promises. Ada's control no longer works. She attacks Fitz and Radcliffe. The Senator hired watchdogs to kill her own brother. Senator backs out, sparing her brother. Ada hacks S.H.I.E.L.D. base and then knocks out Coulson and fake May. Ada gets Darkhold. The watchdogs still go after the brother with Jeff, Simmons, and Daisy there. He is all matrixy and dodge stuff. Mac chops off Ada's head. The brother fends off the watchdogs and then leaves with his sister. She kills him, so that was a great choice. Radcliffe has another Ada model. He also wants the Darkhold. The brother's body goes back into Terrigenesis' cocoon after hitting the ocean floor. Which, now that I think about it, he doesn't even return in this season, so I don't know why they did that. Maybe he comes back in next season, but I don't think we ever see him again. We see him in the framework, but that's not the same thing, so interesting. Episode 10, The Patriot. Daisy or Jeff assassination attempt. No one is hurt. She captures the shooter, and the plane carrying Jeff, Mac, and Coulson then crash. An explosion attached to the director's PR rep. Jeff is not actually inhuman. He has been taking a serum. Daisy and Fake May rescue Jeff, Coulson, and Mac. Fitz downloads Ada's head's data. Jeff is still the director in the face of S.H.I.E.L.D. Coulson will be in charge of operations. It's not public that he is not inhuman, I believe. Episode 11, Wake Up. Mac and Elena sleep together. May stabs the new Ada and escapes. Coulson and Elena caught bugging the senator's office. May broke out inside a simulation. Fitz figures out Radcliffe made Ada turn. He is arrested. Fake May is still in play. The arrested Radcliffe is android. Senator and real Radcliffe are working together. He leaked the mission info to her. Episode 12, Hot Potato Soup. The watchdogs kidnap one of the Agent Koenigs. He and Radcliffe are both prisoners. Radcliffe is not actually a prisoner. That was part of the act. Radcliffe realizes a different Koenig has the book. Who gave it to the original Koenig? OG Koenig is LT and female. Coulson and Fake May kiss. She gets the Darkhold. Coulson knows the truth. Daisy knocks her out after Fitzsimmons warned them. Coulson, Daisy, and the Koenigs take out the watchdogs, but Radcliffe gets the Darkhold. S.H.I.E.L.D. burns Ada's head and Radcliffe robot body. They hope the robot May can help them find the real May. Watchdogs want to kill the Inhumans and Coulson because they blame him for all the alien stuff happening on Earth. Episode 13, Boom. Ada is designed after a real human. One of the watchdogs turns inhuman. The senator dies when there is an explosion from the Terrigenesis. Agnes, Radcliffe's ex, has a brain tumor, so he built her an android form. S.H.I.E.L.D. captures inhuman watchdog. Agnes agrees to help S.H.I.E.L.D. find May. Radcliffe tells Ada about Agnes when he leaves to help her. Fitzsimmons realizes watchdog is inhuman. Fitz and Jeff throw him out of the plane before he explodes again. He can make himself combust. It's kind of really weird. And then his body rebuilds. Quite odd. Radcliffe takes Agnes, convincing her he can save her life. Russians capture Jeff. S.H.I.E.L.D. captures Inhuman Watchdog. Agnes is getting uploaded into the same world he created for May. Agnes dies, but her mind will forever be in the framework. Ada takes Agnes's ring necklace. Episode 14, The Man Behind the Shield. Superior, the head Russian guy, knows Jeff isn't inhuman. Daisy versed the Superior. Mac and Coulson get to Jeff while he is being beaten. Daisy brings a pillar down on Superior. S.H.I.E.L.D. goes back to base, but Fitzsimmons find out Mac, Coulson, Jeff, and Daisy have been swapped out for androids. Robot May is turned back on. Episode 15, Self-Control. Ada cuts up Superior. S.H.I.E.L.D. robots bringing all Inhumans to S.H.I.E.L.D. to execute them. Fitz is also android. Knocks out Simmons. Daisy is not a droid. Simmons destroys Fitz droid. Daisy finds dozens of her own droids. Daisy knocks out Mac droid. She knows Coulson and Jeff are droids. Ada forces Radcliffe into the simulation and then kills him in real life. Daisy destroys Jeff Bot. Colbot and Maybot shoot her. Then she destroys them. They recruit some agents. Colbot and Fitzbot are reactivated. Maybot blows up herself and Colbot. Daisy, Simmons, and the agents escape, pick up Elena. Daisy and Simmons enter the framework, hoping to find where everyone is being held. Ward is Daisy's boyfriend in the simulation. Coulson is a teacher. Fitz is rich with a wife. Simmons has a grave. May is in Hydra, and the Superior gets a mechanical body in real life. Episode 16, What If? Daisy has no powers. Skye and Ward in Hydra, this is all inside the framework. Hunting Inhumans. Simmons had been murdered at the S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy. Fitz is head Hydra doctor. Ward is in the Resistance and rescues Daisy and Simmons. Ada is the director of Hydra, or Madam Hydra. Fitz and Ada are a Hydra power couple, and Daisy gets Coulson to remember, at least a little bit. Episode 17, Identity and Change. Jeff is leading S.H.I.E.L.D. Resistance. They are running an Inhuman refugee site. Mac is captured by Hydra. Ward, Coulson, Simmons find Radcliffe. He fills them in. Daisy is captured. Fitz kills Agnes. Mac goes to S.H.I.E.L.D. and tells them Daisy has been captured. Episode 18, No Regrets. Fitz's dad is also in Hydra. Jeff and Coulson free Trip. May takes strength serum. Jeff sacrifices himself so everyone can live. May realizes she has been on the wrong side. Brings Daisy Terrigen. Episode 19, All the Madam's Men. May helps Daisy flee Hydra. Daisy knocks Ada out of a building, which did not make her particularly happy, and she goes unconscious and is bedridden. Fitz is the new head of Hydra. Fitz finishes the design of whatever they were building, and Ada builds it in the real world. Her and the Russian know Daisy and Simmons are on a S.H.I.E.L.D. jet, but not their location. Episode 20, Farewell, Cruel World. Fitz gets Radcliffe back on his side with the promise of eternal life. Simmons kills Fitz's dad while on the phone with Fitz, which is kind of crazy. Coulson is free, out of the simulation. May, free, out of the simulation. Radcliffe throws Fitz through, saving Simmons, who he was going to kill, who is also out of the simulation. Daisy then leaves the simulation, not able to take Mac, who chooses to stay in the framework with his daughter. Fitz realizes his choices in the framework killed Jeff in the real world. Ophelia gets a human body, which is what Fitz had built for her in the framework. Her and Fitz teleport somewhere. Episode 21, The Return. Coulson destroys Rushabot. There are more of him. Coulson and May take out 2 more Rushabots. Another one escapes in a submarine and torpedoes the base. Coulson and May escape. Fitz convinces Ophelia to save Mac. Simmons ices both. Fitz escapes Ophelia, but she also escapes because she has a multitude of inhuman powers from all the Inhumans that Fitz had been testing on and killing within the framework. Talbot, so used to the robot names. Talbot and his team are on the scene. Ophelia goes on an absolute killing spree. Talbot and his team stay at S.H.I.E.L.D. HQ while S.H.I.E.L.D. flees, kind of saving people because they are clearly her target. Yo-Yo enters the framework, and Ophelia has a number of inhuman powers. Ghost Rider is back in the real world. Episode 22, World's End. Ghost Rider confronts Ophelia, destroying Rushabots. She teleports alive. Ophelia is shutting down the framework. DaisyBot shoots Coulson in the head. No, shoots Talbot in the head. Don't know why I wrote Coulson. S.H.I.E.L.D. has the Darkhold. Ophelia stabs Simmons. Ophelia kills Simmons, but it was a Simmons bot. The absolute turn. Coulson is Ghost Rider. The turns in this season finale are crazy. I thought Simmons died. All of a sudden, Coulson's head turns into Ghost Rider, and Ophelia and Coulson fight, and he kills her. Awesome. Mac's daughter is erased from the framework, and he and Elena escape. Ghost Rider goes back into Robbie, and Ghost Rider, with some Doctor Strange-style teleportation ability, takes the Darkhold to somewhere that looks a heck of a lot like the place Wanda found it. So, not a great hiding spot. The team stands behind Fitz, and S.H.I.E.L.D. gets arrested, and the end credit has Coulson on a spaceship somewhere in like an asteroid belt kind of thing. There's something that went on between Robbie and Coulson, and it hasn't been explained yet, so I hope that gets explained in season 5. But this was an awesome season. If you have not watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at all, I would heavily recommend watching it purely for this season. It was incredible. The twists and turns and the fun and excitement were just all there. I think it took about an episode too long in the framework. That started to get a little stale, but all the different intros, the Ghost Rider Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. intro, the Agents of Hydra intro, and the like mechanical Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. intro were all very cool. Seeing just that simple change in attention to detail was fun to see in this season, which they haven't really had much like that style of attention to detail in the earlier seasons, so I don't know why they decided to do it in season 4, but I had a lot of fun. That is all I have for season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.